Have you ever been in the middle of coding only to realize that some of your values are missing? It's frustrating, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into how to be aware of missing values during multi-value iteration in Perl 6. I totally get it. Running out of values during iteration can feel like a coding nightmare. You're not alone in this. Many developers face this issue, especially when working with Perl 6 and Rakudo. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. One user recently asked, "How can I get the elements that are dropped during multi-value iteration?" They provided a code snippet that shows how values are being skipped. Sound familiar? If so, let's dig into this together and find a solution. So what could be causing this? In Perl 6, when you run out of values during multi-value iteration, the last group of values simply gets dropped. This can lead to unexpected results, especially if you're not aware of it. We'll break it down step by step so you can figure out how to handle these missing values. And don't go anywhere. I've got a pro tip at the end that will help you manage your values more effectively in Perl 6. To address the issue of missing values during multi-value iteration in Perl 6, the user can modify the iteration method. First, they should use the map function to ensure all elements are processed, even if there are fewer values than expected. Next, the user can define a subroutine that handles the values. This subroutine will take care of any missing values by providing default values when necessary. Now the user should iterate over the array using the map function and call the subroutine for each group of values. This ensures that all values are processed, including any defaults for missing ones. Finally, the user can run the code to see the output. This will include all values from the array, along with any defaults for those that were missing. Fun fact, did you know that the first version of Perl was released in 1987? It's come a long way since then, but some quirks still remain. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach shared by a user involves handling missing values during multi-value iteration in Perl 6. They encountered an error when trying to iterate over an array without providing enough values. To avoid this error, the user suggests providing default values for the variables. This way, if a value is missing, a default will be used instead. Additionally, the user mentions that you can make the variables optional by using a question mark. This allows the code to run without errors, even if some values are missing. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always check your array length before iterating. This simple habit can save you from missing values and unexpected results. And there you have it. You should now be more aware of how to handle missing values during multi-value iteration in Perl 6. Remember, coding is all about learning and adapting. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button for more tips. And don't miss our bonus pro tip on effective coding practices.